So for those of you who are part of my WhatsApp group, you know this incident happened yesterday. You know, I have this video, 13 reasons not to marry an Indian girl. Okay. Now, I gave my perspective as to why I would not want to marry an Indian girl, and reasons why you should not marry. Now, the video, I clearly stated that it is not to say that all Indian girls are bad. I pointed at the limitations, like for example, the relatives are very snoopy, and the gossipy thing, and you know, the biological aspect. Most of the Indian women, their DNA, they put on weight rapidly. You know, it's like unbelievable. And you can watch that video. Okay, now I do get from time to time women who bash me up. They're very angry. It's more of women, less of men. And women, they try their best. Like they say, who would marry someone who looks like this with a monkey face like yours? And oh my God, you look like a freak. Who in their right mind would marry you? And I have even addressed this in my video. I've said, which Indian parent or Indian girl would want a husband who looks like this? So I myself said it. Okay. But they feel happy saying it. Okay. Now, I don't mind Indian women, grown-ass women or women who are married, and you can have your opinion. But what I find funny is when small girls, young girls, you're talking of, you can make out school and college girls, they comment. Now, I definitely don't have a problem them giving their point of view. Like, I mean, what can you expect from a young girl? She'll say, oh my God, look at your face. Oh shit, yuck. Who would want to marry you? Fine, those are very cute little girlsy comments. But sometimes, once a while, you get these girls who put, I don't want to put the screenshot of her face because I don't want anyone trolling her. Okay, I don't want anyone causing her trouble because I have a slightly stronger following. I don't want any nut job doing that. So this girl said, her comment was, so I don't know the exact words, or someone fucked you over, or the girl fucked you over, or the parents fucked you over, or something like that. She used a little bit of profanity to deliver her message. Okay. So I sent this message to my group and I said, see, today's generation. Then immediately I got some private messages sent to me, and these boys are asking, should we respond to her, troll her, or should we teach her a lesson? I said, that's not required. And then some of them even said, why don't you respond to her publicly and put her in a place? I said, it's not required. And then they immediately said, Mr. Loy, they call me with respect, if it was a boy, you give him, you don't spare him. But if it's a girl, you're being biased. Why is that? So I said, okay, what I'll do is I'll make a video and I'll answer this. So, because I was busy, I do these groups and all that just to have it at the side. It's not my priority. So now the question is, why did I not respond to her, put her in a place? And I give some of my really rude, nice responses. Is it because I'm soft on girls? I'll tell you why. Number one is, remember, a boy or girl, what they say, how they react, how they behave, is a result of their upbringing. Now, for a boy in India, I'm talking of India, Asian countries, India, luckily for him, he has certain liberties which a girl doesn't have. He can go out with his friends late night. When he becomes 18, he can go to a pub, he can drink. Even if a boy has sex, the parents will shout at him, or some will just leave him. But for a girl, they have to endure a lot of problems and challenges, lots. The parents are more strict with the girl. They They're very restrictive with a lot of the freedoms. And, society itself is very unfair to them. So when you have all these things which, a girl has to go through, why do you need to put more? In fact, the problem is some of the parents, because they want to support their girl and they want to make their daughter feel special, they give the wrong upbringing where they pamper the child. They put the child on the head. Like I've had Indian parents who say, Loy, my daughter is so smart. Loy, my daughter is so she's so beautiful. Oh my God, she's this. They put their daughter on a pedestal where you'll think she's the next Miss Universe. She's going to be the next CEO of, Microsoft. And she's the next best thing after Elon Musk. And the daughter is like very confident. I've always told people, you think your child is smart, let your child start working and earning. Take care of themselves. And show me after 1 to 2 years of taking care of yourself, paying your water, electricity, expenses, your career, savings, paying money, sending money home. After you do all that, fine. Then I'll respect you. Otherwise, you have not earned my respect. Being on daddy's shoulders with dad's money, mother's pampering love, bragging and showing off is what? In fact, the tragedy of most Indian girls is when they get married, automatically they have to give up their goals for their husband. In majority of the cases, let's not deny this. And then if they have a child, once you get pregnant, you have to be at home. But if you choose to work, then your child will be in the hands of some babysitter who can abuse your child. So the husband never stays at home. It's a wife who has to stay at home and do all the sacrifice. This is the tragedy of most Indian or Asian girls. They have to endure all this suffering, all this sacrifice, all this for the family. Their entire lives becomes for the children, for the family, for society, for religion. In fact, if you look at it, society, religion, rules of countries, they don't support women. In fact, even in India, a man can have sex with 200 women and be like, wow, what a stud. A girl has sex with one guy and she's called a slut. So I understand what all they have to go there. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I didn't respond to this girl is, what's the use? If I respond to her, let's say I tell her, get off your daddy mummy's paycheck, do your own thing, and then I'll take you seriously. She'll respond something because she's immature. She doesn't have any world experience. She'll talk. Oh, who do you think you are? I do this. It's like talking to a small child. You think the child is going to agree with you? You think the child is going to, oh, I realized my mistake. Yes, you're right. Oh, man. Hey, immature little thing. See, most of these girls, they don't know what they're headed towards. They'll be going into, like they say, a man's world where majority are men. They'll be competing with men's egos, men's competitiveness, where a girl is expected to take on multiple roles, being someone who helps in the house, someone who does housework, for men, they comparatively, they don't have to take these multiple roles. They just have to focus on their career. That's why you'll get a guy who will be in the office for 20 hours, 24 hours, maybe 2-3 days he can be in the office and come back home. Try that with a woman. 24 hours, 48 hours, 3 days in the office, come back home. No. You'll get this Snoopy society. Oh, what is she doing? Where is she going? That's how they talk. This is a reality. Let's stop pretending that this doesn't happen in Indian societies. A guy can roam with a girl openly and nobody will say a word. Girl roams around with a guy, everyone starts talking. So for me, talking to this girl is like talking to a kid, man. She doesn't know what is in store for her in life. I'm not saying I know. But I can definitely assure you she has an uphill battle. And that is why these girls, see, and look at Indian girls. They will act brave, hey, what the fuck, and this and that, and what you'll do, and all that. Then they'll come and slap. You've seen females physically hit a man. But now, if a man hits her back, given men are stronger, if a man hits her back and breaks her, oh, he hit me, oh, help, oh, he hit a woman, oh, how could he do this? They take the victim card. How many females have cried falsely, rape? How many females have falsely said, he tried to molest me, rape me? Why? They are saints. They don't have sexual feelings. They don't masturbate. They don't watch porn. They don't feel horny. The thing is, we as a society, you have to look at things in a transparent manner. And it takes a little bit of maturity, I guess, which is lacking in our society. And they are very selective who they operate. Like, if they talk of someone else's daughter, it's a different set of standards. But when they talk of their own daughter, it's a different set of standards. See, even for my daughter, I don't treat her like, oh, poor baby, oh. If she falls down, my daughter has a habit of climbing the table. When she falls down, I don't lift her up. She cries, pick yourself up. Because I need her to be tough. I need her to know nobody gives a fuck about your victim card. And if you start crying and sobbing and all that, you'll get a man who will want to take sexual advantage of you, and then he'll show you that he's your friend. But in the end, he has an agenda back of his head. That's why I'll got her for Muay Thai fighting, where I want her to get punched in the face, let her nose break, no problem. But she'll learn to be tough. She will learn life is not easy. She will learn that men, they're not going to give you an easy way out. And yes, the communication and responsibility that it's a girl who gets pregnant, not a guy. So that is why I didn't respond to this girl. Because I know for a fact, her punishment is her attitude towards life. See, online you can be brave and talk, and face to face, most of them, they don't have guts. And they'll only, oh, what you'll do and all that. Try being alone. Majority will not talk. Forget a girl, a boy himself. Most of these youngsters. So, given the fact that she's already going through enough shit and like a kid, just leave. After she gets her boyfriend and he dumps her, and she tries to make it in the corporate world and she fails, and then she gets married, and after a brief period of love, the husband loses interest, and like my old mentor used to say, full tank once she gets pregnant, and now her body is out of shape and she has to breastfeed the baby and take care. She'll automatically understand the challenges and realities of life, and then she has to keep the in-laws happy, the parents happy, society happy, husband happy, take care of the kids. My wife, she wanted 5 kids. Today, 1 kid, she said, oh my God, I can't tolerate it. This is the reality. Anyway, that is why I didn't respond to that girl. But if I could give her a message, if I could give that young girl a message, I would be like, my dear child, get off social media, get off YouTube, study hard, focus on your career, because there's a big challenge ahead of you, big challenge. The world is going to be very unfair with you. You're going to face tremendous amount of obstacles from society, religion, men, narrow-minded thinking. Just focus on you. Stop trying to convince the world or argue with the world. Focus on you. Get good marks, get a good job, get good savings, be independent. And let your actions do the talking. And if you can migrate abroad or get a great job and perfect savings, and you're able to take care of your parents, that is if you follow the Indian tradition, then seek a partner. And you don't have to convince anyone for anything. You don't have to convince whether Indian girls are good or bad. You can't change the opinions of the whole world, especially by arguing it, and especially with social media. Just focus on yourself. That's what I would tell her. And yeah, respect your elders. I'm elder than you, old enough to be your father. I know you'd wish never had a father like me. I don't blame you for it. I'm sure your father and mother are good people. But they've done a very poor job in teaching you manners. Your upbringing is very skewed and flawed. Because if you have to disagree with someone's opinion, you have to do it in a classy way, not using profanity. If you cannot use the same language in front of your father and mother, hey, they fucked you and they fucked your this, that means you know you're not doing it right. So manners. Anyway, this is what I would tell her, but I wouldn't bother because I don't know her. I don't care. Let's hope for the best for this girl. Anyway, you guys let me know what do you think. Like, I'm not going to put her identity because I don't want anyone chasing her. And let me know what do you have to say. Alright, it's me signing off. You guys take care.